Go to the cloud. Okay. So thank you everybody for introducing yourselves. I'm so happy you're here. It's incredible that you are spending your Saturday morning with us in preparation. Um, but Monday morning is the start of the 2026 legislative section. And I have to be honest, like this is the first time I've really felt excited about a session, even though it's short and even though we're like being warned ahead of time, forewarned that, not a lot can happen. I still feel like the momentum is truly building and we just don't know what's possible. So I am going to share my screen. And if anybody wants to jump into the agenda document to add notes, I'd be super grateful. I can't always do both. So, can I share here? Um, let's see here. Where did my share button? Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So, Um, what are our big goals for opening day? I thought we'd just start with that. Um, and the first one is basically we just want to be visible. We want to like be a reminder of the work that should be happening in the Capitol right now. Um, you know, I don't have it handy, but there's my favorite graph in the world, I think, is this slide that Andre made that he titled "The Cost of Inaction." And it basically shows like how many years we've been put off and told no. As the cost of healthcare rises per capita, it's absolutely insane. And 2026 like just throws it even off the entire chart. And we can't seem to break this cycle where if something costs something, we put it off despite the fact that it will save us money in the long run. And it's going to take real leadership and real political will to get that cycle broken and to make a real investment in us and our public healthcare system. So the other thing we want to do is just make connections with other people and spread awareness of this campaign. Like Puri was saying, like there are so many people that believe in universal healthcare and they just don't know we exist yet. And then another tangible goal, very tangible and very deadline specific, is getting co-sponsorships. These last few months, we've been working in a coalition that's been coordinated by Senator Bob Hasagawa's office. And he was kind of responding to the fact that we have been told that the Washington Health Trust will not get a hearing again this session, um, and that um, he wanted to still continue making progress and passing something that actually had a benefit and really truly got us closer to universal health care. And so we have um, introduced five new bills. Some of them have a little bit higher priority than others, more likelihood of passing. And I'm going to just show you this page here that was just created. Can everybody see this? The new healthcare bills in the 2026 session. Okay, so these are the five. And we'll add our signature bills, the Washington Health Trust, to this page too after this call. So it just makes it easier, one landing page to make these support actions in one place. So the first one being um, deprivatizing Apple Health, like just getting private insurance out of Medicaid. So removing Molina, United Healthcare, etc. And it happens really fast the way this bill is written. It'd be removed within a year, and in year two, we could start saving money just by getting rid of all of that administrative waste and perverse incentives that private insurance introduces. Um, and then the next one that we consider a priority bill is establishing some deadlines for the Universal Healthcare Commission. They've been around since 2021. We continue to um, push them for uh, clear vision, and we just haven't seen it. And that's what this bill does. I think personally these dates seem really slow. They could still be faster, like 2029. Anyway, we still want to get them to a place where they need to have deadlines and deliverables. And so that's what 5948 is focusing on. 5946 increases the eligibility for getting on Medicaid. So you're eligible at 300% of the federal poverty level instead of just 138. The next one is a constitutional amendment that establishes a right to affordable health care. Um, that will require a larger commitment from the legislature than just passing a bill. Um, and I'm not sure where this one will go this session, honestly. And then finally is 5947, which is kind of connected to the SABUCA bill, which stands for State-Based Universal Health Care Bill. It's a national bill. And what this will do is establish our board, the board for universal health care statewide, once we get confirmation from the federal government that we would get the waivers that we need for ERISA and Medicare. It's kind of complicated. Any comments on these or questions? Not that I will be able to necessarily answer them. But
Can
what
I
we're
just
trying,
make a
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
clarification on that 5947? And I got to read the bill again because I know when we put it in, the intent was for that bill to be established and start working on the board, on the plan, on creating the trust, basically, the health trust, right? And so you guys know about Sabuca. There are many organizations that think no state can do this until they get waivers around ERISA. Our belief is that we can do that. We're not going to save as much, but we don't have to wait for Sabuca to pass. We can create a system that is still much more affordable and still allow those companies to have their ERISA protected plans if they choose to. The idea is basically just to starve them out and to create a plan that is so much more cost effective that the business will say, sorry, I'm going to go with this one. You know,
Right.
I think it's going to take a couple of states to pass some kind of plan like ours before Sapuka is going to pass. I mean, our
Hmm.
federal government right now is in a shambles. We still
Hmm.
got to try to save each other. You know, that's my.
Yep.
But I think they changed it a little bit and it doesn't quite say what we actually put into them anymore. I got to look at it again and I haven't had a chance. So, because the I
Um,
says to put in to put in the applications for the waivers, whether or not Sabuca existed, but to apply for them now. And then the trust would
right.
start as soon as we got the waivers, not
Right.
necessarily Sabuca.
Yes.
Okay.
I've always heard that we had to pass something first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So all of these bills have a button on them that will take you to that bills page where you can send your comment into your legislators. And at the bottom of that page, Thomas created a video, a how-to video about these comments, exactly how to do it. It's really easy. All of us should do that. All of our spouses and partners should do that. It's not like it's one per household. Let's make sure that when senators come to their office, that they immediately see this support for these bills. Okay, let's go back to the agenda.
Can I ask real
And
quick?
oh,
Sorry.
sure.
Are we able to get the health trust bills added to that page so we have all
Yes.
seven? Just because like
Yes.
it
And
says
I
these are our
totally agree with you.
priority.
Yes, I will totally do that right after our call. I think that's a good ad. Thanks, Alexa. So, and just I don't remember if I said this, but the window for getting co-sponsors on these bills is very short. It's only like 24 hours from the time that they were filed. So that's why um, that opening day, why this is such a focus. Okay, so let's talk about logistics for the day. Um,
Hey, Jen, I think Mark has a question.
oh, sorry. Yes, what you
Oh,
got,
that's
Mark?
okay. Just that we were talking about Sabuka, and I've always wondered, is it possible that um, some form of the trust could be used, even in the absence of Sabuka? Some form of the trust could be used as a supplemental plan for Medicare?
I mean,
Well,
that really is how it's written, right?
that is the intent, is that a
Okay,
Medigap
so it's
plan.
so I mean these people that say, well, we can't do anything because we don't have Sabuka,
Right,
that's baloney.
right,
Okay,
right.
I'm just
So,
making sure that I'm not
Right.
talking out of
And
my
like,
what
ear.
Catherine was like really emphasizing is that yes, having that money
makes it
um,
easier.
easier and cheaper for us, but we do have the wealth in Washington State.
Well, I know.
We
Mhm,
can do
Yeah.
this.
I mean,
Like
hey,
that, it is absolutely,
mhm.
it's just a very easy excuse.
well, of course it is, and I
Yeah.
only bring it up. I bring it up because it hits close to home because I'm on a supplemental Medicare plan. I got to pay for that and a
Right.
goddamn drug plan and everything else like
Yeah.
that. And
So
yeah,
complicated.
It
yeah,
would replace the drug plans too.
I understand.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right on.
Mhm.
Okay. So, let's see here. I am looking for the new web page that I made. And I don't see it. Let me do this. It is health trust. And if anybody doesn't know, Alexa is the one that came up with health trust or bust,
Okay.
plus the tagline, don't let our healthcare die in committee. Like,
If it could even get in
she's
committee.
so good.
Oh, right. Oh, I guess it's in committee.
Um, so this is a work in progress. This page is basically where we'll keep our updates throughout the session on this one page. So the first part of this is kind of focusing on the 12th. But as we continue through the session, this will be our landing page to find out what days are the really big rally days, what are the days where we'll be supporting other organizations, etc. So for Monday, um, we have a permit. This is such a bummer, but you can only get permits for very specific areas of the Capitol, and the Capitol steps were not available. So what we were able to get is the Tivoli Fountain. And so here's the Capitol building and here are the steps. And so it's close, like it's walkable, but we're not right at the Capitol. We will have a canopy, one or two.
I was thinking about that. I can bring the one I got yesterday too, along with Alexa's, and we'll have two.
Yeah, I think it might be smart just because the weather looks horrible. Um, and we might just want to spread out a little bit. So we'll set up canopies here, and um, I I will try to be there by 8. Catherine, do you think you'll be there by 8?
My goal is to hopefully get there by 8. Yes.
Okay. And Catherine secured a storage space for us in Olympia. Can you describe like where it is relative
Yeah,
to the capital?
I think it's exit 109. It's the Marvin Road exit, and you just take a right off the freeway and go down. You can actually get it from that exit or from the College Way one too. Anyway,
Okay.
it's on Marvin Road, about halfway between the freeway and Providence St. Peter's Hospital, if you know where that is. I can't remember the name of it. Moving. It's anyway. It's a
Okay.
Okay, and it's really easy. The leaders will have the codes to be able to get in, put in the code, go in. You just drive straight back. There's like a covered, which is really nice area where we can back in our vehicle
Okay.
and load and unload if it's raining undercover. And anyway, and then there'll be a key
Great.
box. So with the and that people who have the code to the key box will then have access to the keys to unlock it.
Okay. I'm gonna re-put the agenda in here. Okay.
If
So
that's, excuse me, Jen, if that's the same link that you put in previously, it
yeah,
goes to like your overall agenda for all of your plans.
right. So on the left side there
Okay,
should
so
be like
a
tabs.
tab. Okay, I'll look more closely then. I didn't see it.
Um and I moved it there were two that kind of applied. There's like an a health trust or bust and an Olympia presence tab, and I moved everything to the health trust or bust section. So let me know if you can't find it,
Yeah,
but
I cleaned up
it
the
should
Olympia
be.
presence
Okay,
tab since it
thank
was
you,
just
Ninar. Thank
duplicative.
you so much. Um, so right now, um, we have a good number of volunteers that will be there to assist everybody. So thank you so much to Ninar and Jane, and Amanda, and Matt will be there, and me and Catherine will be there for the majority of the day. Um, Oh, so we were also talking about when would be like our highlighted window where we'd want the most amount of people. And so we just decided from 11 to 1, like if you're not sure when you want to come down, try to hit that window. That's when we will, take group photos, do some sign waving and stuff like that. So if you know that you don't want to spend the entire day, try to make it there sometime between 11 and 1. Any questions on timing or where we'll be? Okay, so let's talk about what you'll do when you show up. So the goal is to like basically sign in, grab a packet, and these packets are 3 pages. The first page, I should have had them pulled up. The first page will talk about the Washington Health Trust. Our goal is still to get a hearing for that. And so it talks about um, if one of your legislators is the chair of a healthcare committee, we are asking them to schedule a hearing. If your legislator is on the committee, we're asking them to reach out to the chair and schedule a committee. And if they're not on a healthcare committee, we would like them to talk to their colleagues and say, like, this is what we're hearing in our district, that a lot of people are really clamoring for a hearing on the Washington Health Trust. It's more likely that we'll get a working session after the session is over. which is fine. We'll take it. But we really need everyone on the healthcare committees, both in the House and the Senate, to understand the bill and provide input that can be used to make sure that we have the most solid bill going for the 2027 session. Um, oh, so yes, Alexa, we thought we were going to be on the North Triangle, but that was taken. So what we got back from the permitting office is that we will be at the Tivoli Fountain. Is the North Triangle still posted somewhere? Okay, I'll make sure to fix that. Is that on the event?
Sorry, I just did like a teaser on Instagram and said on that the text on that
Oh,
says that, but it's close enough. You know, it's like right across that street. I think it's
it's
fine.
very close. It's
It's
very
fine.
close. They'll see us.
Done is better than perfect. Okay,
Yes.
it's fine.
Same
Um,
with the West Seattle Indivisible event page.
okay. Yes,
But
if there's any way to get an update before Monday, that would be awesome.
we'll
Definitely
try.
Tivoli. Um, okay. So you'll you'll come and get a 3-page packet, and we will help direct you to where your legislator's office will be. And just to reconfirm, it means 3 people. Everybody has a state senator, and everybody has 2 representatives in the House. And ideally, you would visit all 3 and drop off a packet at each one. The second page, sorry, just to go back, the second page just talks about the bills, the new bills that we're looking for co-sponsorship on, or a companion bill in the House. And then the third page lets you handwrite a message to your elected official. And it basically says, I'm your constituent. I traveled to Olympia today, and universal healthcare is my issue. And then you can kind of expand on that so that they have something in their hand to know that you cared enough to show up at the Capitol for this policy. And so we'll also have volunteers that will be able to walk with you. And let's see here. I'm going to go back to the agenda. What you might want to do is kind of prep for the conversation a little bit. And just to be completely realistic, this is a very busy day for the legislators. There's a lot of ceremonial things that happen, swearing in and opening day ceremonies. So it's very unlikely that you'll get to see them face to face. What's more likely is you'll get to meet their legislative aides. And it's great to establish a, a working relationship with them, being very friendly with them. They are often the ones that know the details about the bills. And so you're really just trying to um, strike up a connection with them. Good point, Catherine. Good point. If you are limited for time, definitely go to the senator's office first. That because they are the ones that are going to be co-sponsoring. We can get companion bills um, beyond that first day. I forget what the deadline is to get a companion bill, or if there really is a deadline.
Well, there's no deadline.
Okay.
Once we do get a companion bill, and Lisa wants to talk to us about it, so we will. But the nice thing is that if we don't, we want to just talk to the reps and say we're looking for co-sponsors, and they've all got information about that bill. So we just want to say we want to talk to their LAs about endorsing those bills. And in the House, it's when they're presented. So once it goes into the hopper and gets spit out and gets a bill number and is read on the floor, then they'll have 24 hours after it is introduced. So then we have an opportunity to go down again and pressure the representatives,
Right,
get as many representatives, with them not being all, it's just the Senate bills right now. So let's
right.
focus on the Senate, and then when you have time, talk to your representatives. You don't have time, email your representatives.
So it's really strategic to not have the House companion bill introduced right away. Like it would be kind of nice to have a little bit of breathing room.
We just couldn't do it because we were still working on the bill so much.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
Um, okay. So, and Jane was asking, do we know if the LAs will be there the entire time from 8 to 4? And I don't know.
They get a
I
lunch
think
break.
someone will be in the office. I would assume.
They get a
Um,
lunch break. There may not, but you can just they'll be the doors are like guarded. They've got them all behind doors now, where it didn't quite used to be that way. Anyway, it's more secure now than it used to be. So, but you can just say, I'd like to speak with your representatives LA or senators LA, and give them some additional representative rep or information regarding our bills and the email that was sent to them.
mhm.
Usually they'll come out and they'll talk with you in the hall, and then you can give them. I love the one where you can write a little story and as a have it as a note, and then the other thing is, for though, if they're in session, if they're actually down in there, you can ask the little guards that are in the Capitol building that monitor each of the chambers. They will deliver notes to their desks and put those notes on their desks.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess what I want us to emphasize is that you don't need to know everything about the bills. You're basically just saying like, "Hi, I'm a constituent. I care a lot about universal health care. We're asking you we're asking the senator to co-sponsor or to support universal health care, what have you. And I have some information and a note that I'd like to leave for them." Um, as far as like um, prepping or making a connection, other things that you can do is kind of look up your elected officials and find out if they have um, if they were the primary sponsor for any bills that mean something to you. Just last night, by the way, another reason that I'm super excited about this session is has other people heard of Fuse Washington, the organization? I saw some social media where they were focusing on three bills that have been submitted that sound really amazing. One is um, that ICE officers cannot wear masks, and this already has a lot of co-sponsors. I think it was Senate Bill 5855. So, you can thank them and encourage them about other bills that already exist as a means of like, making a connection with them. Another one was a bill that would not allow billionaires to bankroll initiatives. Hello, that sounds really so applicable to us. Like it's so hard for grassroots organizations to, um, support successful initiatives. And here we've got these billionaires that are just
Mhm.
basically buying their way onto the ballot.
Mhm.
And so Senate Bill 5973 prevents that. I don't know who is the primary sponsor on that one. And then there's also a ranked choice voting bill that's in the House, 2210. Does anybody on the call have a Republican? Um, elected official?
I do, but Mark's had his hand up for a minute.
Oh
Can
my
we
gosh,
let him have
sorry.
the floor?
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry, sorry. I can't see the way I've
no,
got
no,
my
yeah, that's fine.
thank you,
It
Alexa.
the the hell was my question? Oh, when we distribute material, is it necessary that the reps and senators that we contact be our reps and senators?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean,
I have
I'm
always assumed that yes, you would be, but I it's a good question. Anybody have any thoughts on that?
I do.
Go ahead. Go
Paulina.
ahead.
Okay. Only because of my work with Our Revolution, you can go in and lobby anyone if you are representing whole Washington. You're
Okay.
representing your group, right? And then so that would be good if people are going to do that for them to have like a little fact sheet about whole Washington, like how many members are there? Like when Our Revolution goes into Congress, to lobby, we're representing over 1 million members. So kind of like
Wow.
if AARP, you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying, or
Hmm.
Greenpeace or the Sierra Club. So in that way, you do have standing to lobby them.
I got you.
But
Okay.
if you're
I
just
mean,
an
it
individual, they will tell you that there's like, forgive me that I don't remember the name of the rule, but if you're just going in as an individual, no, they won't talk to you.
that's kind
That
of what.
makes
Okay.
sense.
I just and it may end up taking a bunch of time just to get the three, you know, my two reps and senator anyway. So, you know, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Jane, I see your hand.
Yeah, backing up to Catherine, you were explaining, okay, that not all of the bills have House and Senate bill numbers assigned.
They only have
And I,
Senate bill numbers. We don't have any
okay, okay,
House companion bills.
okay,
Yep.
okay. So, and that was the reason that we're targeting our senators and not our reps, yes?
Yeah,
Exactly.
target them first.
Okay,
And then if you have time, then when you go to your reps, we're asking for reps to be
to sponsor?
sponsor a companion bill.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
So
thank you.
yeah. Okay. And then once that is sponsored and it drops and it is read, then they have 24 hours and we have time then to go back again and focus on the reps first and say, we want you to be a
Co-sponsors.
co-sponsor. Get as many co-sponsors as we can.
Okay,
Right on.
so we're asking them to sponsor initially, and then after that, we're going to ask for more co-sponsors. Okay,
Hmm.
thank you.
You got it. Okay. So we've got less than 15 minutes. Um, I am wondering if anybody on the call is not planning to go to Olympia on the 12th. Is everybody on the call planning on traveling? Okay. I think we need to find someone kind of like an HQ person who's not going to be there that can help like coordinate any updates and our social media. Um, which by the way, if we could all think about um, capturing photos or video of us going to our elected officials' offices and posting them on our own, and then letting whole Washington share them. Like we want our friends, our family to know that we are doing this work and that we want them to take solidarity actions, make calls from their home. Like, you're making the effort to travel. So your friends and your neighbors and your family should, at a bare minimum, be commenting on these bills and calling their offices. So please try and be thinking about capturing these moments in video and photos. And I'm sure like Thomas and Alexa can do some magic with them. Okay. So what other questions do we have about the 12th, about Monday? Questions or comments? I haven't checked the chat in a while.
Parking. Is there? I noticed.
Yeah.
Parking
There's a
sucks.
garage. There's a garage. Parking is going to stink, I'm sure.
It's going to be bad.
It always does.
Yeah.
If you guys have a chance to carpool, that always helps. And I think there's like park and rides, like they're like way north. There's nothing like close. It's like in the Lakewood area, right off of I-5 by 512, I think is like one of the closest places.
Jesus.
Might be able to like carpool, like stopping at some of the big shopping areas on the way there, to
Oh,
minimize the parking, if you can. Yeah,
yeah,
it always sucks.
That's definitely a good point of carpooling sort of around Olympia, not
right,
just all the way from home.
Right.
right.
Right. Yeah.
Um, would anybody be willing to like take that part about like finding potential park and ride stops, like including, I don't know, do we need a bus
Yeah.
from somewhere? It really will be a hassle, and um,
I
I'm not
I
sure how
was
to
searching
guide
it and I
people with it.
couldn't find anything easy for like busing find from a park and ride. It all looked quite complicated. They're in the middle too of like redoing all of their routes and that kind of stuff. Maybe that's
Right.
why.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I wonder if it would help. Okay. Um, let's say you have a carpool or a car, and people who can get, so far, and they find a place to park, but it's still some way away. Um, for example, if I would be willing to shuttle people from that place to
Oh, that's neat.
the campus,
That's a
Hmm.
great.
and just and do that. I mean, it's a little clunky, and my car, I can only hold three people besides myself, but it's better than nothing. That way, somebody doesn't need to spend a lot of time sweating finding really good parking. It's as long as it's reasonably close, and then if they had my phone number, I'd come and get them, and then
Wow.
just swing by, drop them off, and then go back and find somebody else.
Wow. I
Yeah,
love that idea, Mark.
Okay. I
Um,
mean, I mean, I do that. I mean, I do all kinds of stuff like that for the bicycle club when we do our rides, where I do
mhm.
SAG and on-road support and stuff like that. So I'm used to driving around aimlessly.
if you
I
want, you
That's
can use my
amazing.
car. I can hold more. Once it's emptied, then you could carry more people. You could probably pick up four people. It'd hold five.
Okay. Well, we can, and we can switch if that seems to be the appropriate thing to do. I guess for right now, just we can start with mine because I'm already in it and see
Well,
how it goes. So,
get my magnetic things to put on it, or I'll bring some of the, I still got some extra. I'll bring them down to put on your car.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
We could perhaps use, I don't know if this will work, we could use this carpool app for that and basically say, like, I'll be picking up, like, carpooling people from this park and ride or this parking lot.
You
And
could.
people
Ooh,
can sign up there and then have the person, Mark's contact information of like, hey, I'm at the park and ride.
Right, right.
Coordinate.
it
That's a
does
good
update
idea.
immediately, so that would
Yeah,
work.
Okay.
that's a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I love
So
it.
can
You guys are so smart.
so do we who so do we have we do we have a oh shit, I mean, can we suggest or identify now a place where there is likely to be ample parking?
Well, I know that
I mean, I just am totally
yeah.
unfamiliar with.
I mean, I
Uh,
know that exit I told you about, that 109 onto Marvin Road. I
Mhm.
know that there's like a Safeway, and then right next to that is a Lowe's.
in
There's
the
like
in the
a
chat,
theater.
Tiffany mentioned a park and ride off that same exit.
Is there? Yeah, I couldn't find one, but there might be. And then I know if you go left on that road, there's a big complex that when I was down there, it was like not that like most of the businesses, there's hardly any businesses there. Or I mean, it's huge parking and not a lot going on. So that would be a good spot too to possibly park. I don't know how much it's monitored. I don't know. Does
Well,
anybody there's somebody here from Olympia?
yeah,
Do they know? Who is that? Tiffany? Was that you? Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, the Giant Theater and the Discount Tire. Would that be a good place? Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. That would be a great place. Because then you're only like, I think, 3 miles from the Capitol.
right. So where am I?
Yeah. This
Just
you take the Marvin Road exit and you go left, and it's like on the left you'll see a big theater and a discount tire and a big like shopping type complex with a lot of, isn't there a lot of like empty? There didn't seem like there was much there, but the tire place and the theater. I used to go to the theater there, go to the movies there. I was surprised how empty it was. Yeah,
Oh, I see. I found it.
yeah.
so we can use the address of the discount tire, Mark,
Well, yeah, I
do
was
you
going to
think?
say, oh, there it is, Martin Way Park and Ride.
Oh,
Martin Way? Marvin
oh,
Way.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Uh,
Martin.
but that'll work. If there's a part that would be close, Martin Way part private yeah, that would be good. Yeah. If there's one there. I don't know how busy it is. That if there's an actual park and ride, it might be full. I don't know.
You're right.
You know what? But that theater and discount tire area seemed pretty empty to me when I was down
Oh,
there
interesting. Okay.
when we were, yeah, looking for the storage facility,
Hmm.
Well, I am loving this creativity.
Oh, I see. There's a
And
huge,
your
there's a huge
go-to
shopping
attitude,
center, huge
Mark.
shopping center thing here. Okay, I got it. Okay. Yeah, now I understand.
Do you want to just use the app, Mark, or do you want people to text you or
Let's see. I can use, we can try the app. I mean, it's fine.
okay.
With the
Yeah.
app, they'll have your number, so then they can text you
Right.
to like coordinate.
So I need is the app.
See how many people
Got
you apply. I've only, can you add like 10 people as writers so that you can get more people registered? You're not going to be able to pick them up all at once, but they'll be able to sign up and you can,
pick them up when I can.
yeah, have contact with them.
Where's the blah blah blah? Can somebody throw a
On
link
that
in
last
the?
email, there's a link to the carpool. I know on all the previous emails, there's been links. There you go.
There it is.
Yeah, it's right
Got
there.
it. Yeah, got it. Okay.
But see how it has 4, you can determine the number that you have room for. So maybe make that number like 10 and say, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be from that carpool area down to Olympia, and you can make a comment or something that you're going to be shuttling people back and forth.
Okay. Let me see if I can let's see. Add. There we go. All right.
It's
I'll take care of that.
it seems like this is also like a kind of tight window to hopefully get this whole orchestrated for Monday. But if this was maybe an offering for the bigger rally we're hoping to have like on February 3rd or whatever, but then if this is like if it's incorporated into like where can you find us? Do you need help getting there? And like
Mhm.
if you need some kind of way to shuttle around Olympia, contact us. Give them that opening, but don't
Okay.
prioritize doing this for Monday.
That makes sense. I mean, and this will be a great trial run. I think it's an awesome idea, Mark. And
Yeah. And we'll see what happens.
yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you
I
so
guarantee
much.
if you don't do it, nothing will happen.
Right, right. Okay, so we're about at the top of the hour. I want to talk about further like what happens beyond Monday. We, when we first started envisioning this, like we expected to have people there every single day that session was open until it was over in I'm blanking on the last day. Is it March
March 12th.
12th? Um, and something that we've learned is that at any one time, we can gather 25 people or less without a permit. And so we're really looking for people to step up and be leads on days throughout the session, as many days as we possibly can be there. We just want to be a constant reminder that we're not going away and that this is mission critical. Um, and so if you sign up to be a lead on an off day, your responsibilities would be to, go to the storage space, grab signs, grab lit, and bring them to the Capitol and help people who show up to visit their legislators' offices, and just pass out flyers. You're basically just being there. We at our sign making party, we um, we did letters that will spell out health, trust, or bust. So that's what 12 people. Like, and you don't have to be there the whole day if you're going to be a lead. Like, even if you just want to take a 2 hour shift, a 3 hour shift, whatever. Like, we just really want to call out that this is not this we can't be swept under the rug. We really want to be there. So if anybody has um, desire to be a lead, um, please reach out to me or to Catherine, and we'll make sure that you know what you're doing. We just really want to have um, a point of contact for other volunteers to find that want to show up. And
Just know
hopefully,
if you
oh, go
go
ahead.
to
So,
Sign Up Genius, if you go up
yep,
to Sign Up Genius, and there's no leads or co-leads signed up for that day, there will not be any support people. Okay?
right, right. So, it'd be really cool if we could have someone for Tuesday, just to keep that momentum going. So, and maybe we will find that person on Monday, like hopefully maybe someone in Thurston County where it's not a huge lift for them to go down and just show up again. And hopefully they'll be talking about that in person at Fog and Fern to like rally more local troops. Um, So we'll still be continuing to work on communications, especially getting people that aren't going to Olympia to support us in solidarity by with calls and emails. Um, please join the Olympia Presence Slack channel if you haven't yet. That's where a lot of the real-time conversations are happening. And just want to throw it out there real quick for any other announcements or questions before we wrap up?
There's a couple questions in the chat.
Let's see, what do we
I
got
just
here?
added my car. So if you look at the carpool
Nice
site,
job.
you'll see
Nice
that. Okay.
job.
Mhm.
Um, so I was going to send the recording to everybody that's RSVP'd, um, and also a link to our new website page that has more details, Jane. Paulina,
I wasn't
got your
quick
hand.
enough. I wasn't quick enough when you asked about people whose legislators are Republicans. So,
Oh,
um, two of mine are the House representatives. Um, and so I'm curious because I imagine there's a lot of people around the state that are in my situation. So I was curious what that information was going to be. So I had it to
yeah.
share with folks, especially in
Yeah.
my neck of the woods.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this. Like we were trying to brainstorm it. Like we still want to make a connection. I think like maybe how you approach um a Republican might be slightly different. Like I think you will want to focus on especially the deprivatization of Medicaid Act because it saves money. Like we want to talk about efficiencies, and we want to talk about saving money. And there's also a bill, please help me out, Catherine, that a Republican introduced.
It's the temporary employees health insurance. It's bipartisan. It was introduced by Republican last session to try to get their temporary employees to be just like to have access to health insurance like they do, the representatives and senators do for the entire year, rather than just only when they are working during the legislative session. So it's not that many people. It doesn't cost that much. It's introduced by Republicans, so it's a good way to get into Republican offices and
Mm,
tell them how much you support that bill, and then say, and we can even do better. We can save. You want cuts? cut out universal health or United Healthcare. Cut out the for-profit health insurance companies. Even our
Mm.
non-profit health insurance companies are making a profit. Cut out, make it just turn them into just administrative service organizations. All right.
Yeah, do you remember the bill number, friend?
It's not listed, not off the top of my head. I probably have it here somewhere.
We
But we've
can,
got it listed on these other bills we support in one of the, or
oh yeah. Oh yeah, maybe oh,
there.
let's look at the legislative. It'll be here, I think.
Probably, yeah. Keep going down.
Here.
Yeah.
This one.
Um,
1354.
I can't see that. I can't see that. Where are you? Oh, yeah, 1354. Yes. Okay. Yep.
So, Pauline, I think that's a lead in to say, like, we absolutely support
Mhm.
1354. And you were saying that it was your reps that were Republicans, right? So I
Yes, we
think that's a
just
good in for you.
yeah. Now, was that a House bill or a
Yeah,
Senate bill?
House
it's
bill.
a House bill.
Okay. And it's limited to the state legislature employees that are
Correct.
temporary.
They're
Okay.
temporary employees, right? Absolutely.
And I agree with you about the deprivatization of Medicaid because that squarely aligns with what they're trying to do. I mean, I think it's, a lost leader. I don't think they're really going to do anything in Congress, but that's what they're trying to say is
Yes.
to why they're not funding the subsidies, right?
Yep.
I mean, so why not use their own um strategy against them, right? Like
hmm
say,
hmm
hey, here's an opportunity to do it in Washington, put your money where your mouth is. I
And we can
love it.
easily pay for it by deprivatizing Medicaid. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, like the savings start really fast. So
The interesting note before you go, we talk about the single payer trigger bill. It's based off of Maine's single payer trigger bill, which they've had on the books for about 10 years. They're as soon as Sabuca passes, then their legislature has to create a universal health care system. But this year, what they're introducing is a law that removes the trigger portion of that bill to get things done, to just start. So
yeah. So Ninar, I'm seeing like a lot of great ideas in the chat. Will you please just make sure that we do them? Like
Yeah, I
after
know.
the
I need to
call, like
remember these when I lose the chat.
I know, just
hit the
don't
three
forget,
buttons
like
and it'll save the chat.
you can save the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
top, the three little
Oh, I
buttons.
gotcha. I gotcha.
Ooh,
Okay,
okay.
thank you. Got
Thank
it.
you.
Got it. Okay, any final comments before
Thank
I
you so
shower
much
you with
for playing.
gratitude?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody. And
you.
huge thanks to Catherine. She's been doing so much driving around and getting our supplies and just making it real so that we can survive a day. And please dress for the weather. It'll be a long day, so make sure that you're warm. And there are a couple of restaurants that we can go to get some warm food like during and hopefully after. I think after will be really fun to debrief and see how the day shook out for everybody. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Thanks so much, everybody.
Bye.